the story of the great Dannum, he who had survived the great flood and protected his people whom had survived, son of Ninlil and the divine bull Ashura. Come hear the story of the god King Dannum, ancestor of the hero Gilgamesh, and learn of his greatness. When the people had yet to resettle in the land, a great monster came to terrorize the living.
Why, O troubled self, did I accept this request to defeat the great beast that has laid siege to my kingdom, who preys upon the women and children that cannot resist against his might? This beast Ashkanzu, who can see as far as 15 leagues, who screeches death, who has survived the flood, and who is the harbinger of doom, is more powerful than the mortal beasts.
Who is the one fighting the mighty beast, Ashkanzu?
It is the mortal, whose father is our brother in Leo, Dannum, whose name means strength.
He is a man of strength, but is not able to beat this flying beast. Its eyesight is so keen as to perceive every offense with a great hindsight, before it can even be carried out. Wise brother, what word do you have on this matter?
Help the man, Dannum, for he shall be the one to save the people of earth from their destruction.
Marduk sent a great whirlwind, one which tore down trees and moved mountains of dust, to save Dannum, whose eyes were shielded by forewarning. The beast Ashkanzu was blinded, and Dannum, with the strength of the gods, slayed Ashkanzu before he could blink the dust from his eyes. When the great beast was slain, Dannum cut off its wings as a symbol of victory, and gave it as an offering to the gods. Finding favor in the eyes of Marduk, the god presented him Imhulu, the sword of storms, and the shield of heaven blessed by Anu himself.
May my blessing of protection be upon you. With this shield, may your face ever be protected from storm, and with this sword, may a curse never hold you back.
I will forever glorify your name, Lord Marduk. O council, our city is falling into ruin. We are in mass famine and crops are not surviving in this new times.
I have heard an old legend about the Tablet of Destinies that have the power to create and destroy. However, these powerful tablets are housed in Kor, or underworld, and are the property of Erikigala.
O council, how may I enter the world of the dead, alive?
In order to gain access to Kor, you must collect the 7 divine powers, known across the land as the 7 of the Mi. The sacred objects that compile the 7 of the Mi are the crown of kingship, lapis lazuli, measuring rod of law, staff of shepherdship, necklace of truth, sandals of decision, belt of victory, and the cloak of judgment.
These meats have fallen into the hands of Lamashtu, a female demon who lives in caves and is known for preying on women and children. She's living in caves in the mountain Gabri, stealing prey from the nearby village and keeping them captive until she eats them. She terrorizes the people using the 7 Mis. Dannum snuck into the caves one night while she is away. Lamashtu set 7 traps in 7 caves, each of which holds 1 Mi. Dannum, with the strength of the gods and his father Ninlil, approached the first cave, where a chasm of 100 cubits awaited him. Dannum leapt over its width and retrieved the crown of kingship. In the second cave there awaited a boulder. Dannum removed it from its place with the sleight of his shoulder and retrieved the necklace of truth. In the third cave there awaited a great back-snapping snake. With a great swing of Imhulu, Dannum removed his head from its body and retrieved the belt of victory. In the fourth cave there awaited a fox who was impossible to catch in any snare. With a twist of his feet, Dannum removed his head from his body and retrieved the cloak of judgment. In the fifth cave there awaited for him a ghastly demon, so hideous with the closing of his eyes and a great swing of Imhulu, Dannum removed his head from its great body and retrieved the lapis lazuli measuring rod of law. In the sixth cave there waited Hanbaba, keeper of the shadows of the mountains, sister of Hunbaba. With a leap of faith, Dannum snapped its neck and retrieved the staff of shepherdship. In the final cave, Dannum found a woman who had been hexed to guard the sandals of decision with her life, and not wanting to kill her, Dannum broke the hex with Imhulu. Grateful with her life, the woman, Justiniana, shows Dannum the way to leave the caves, and they escape as the devil Lamashtu returns home, with a great roar of fury when she realizes what Dannum has done. Dannum must descend into Kur to retrieve the Tablet of Destiny, and to fulfill the wishes of his people and the gods. He abandons all his belongings. He abandons all his kinsmen. He abandons his city. He abandons all but his mission to retrieve the tablet from the evil hands of the woman Ereshkigal. He puts on his head the crown of kingship, put in his left hand the lapis lazuli measuring rod of law. He put in his right hand the staff of shepherdship. He put about his neck the necklace of truth. He put upon his feet the sandals of decision. He put about his waist the belt of victory, and he put around his shoulders the cloak of judgment.
Geshtanana, my friend, when I have entered Kur, go into Kur, the house of Enlil, and lament to him. Father Enlil, don't let anyone kill your daughter in the underworld. Don't let your precious metal be alloyed there with the dirt of the underworld. Don't let your precious lapis lazuli be split there with the mason's stone. If Enlil does not help you, go to Urim, the house of Nana, and lament to him. Father Nana, don't let anyone kill your daughter in the underworld. Don't let your precious metal be alloyed there with the dirt of the underworld. Don't let your precious lapis lazuli be split there with the mason's stone. If Nana does not help you, go to Eridug, the house of Enki, and lament to him. Father Enki, don't let anyone kill your daughter in the underworld. Don't let your precious metal be alloyed there with the dirt of the underworld. Don't let your precious lapis lazuli be split there with the mason's stone. Father Enki, the god of wisdom, who knows of the life-giving plant and the life-giving water, will restore me.
I will not forsake the instructions that you have given me, Dannum.
Dannum reached the palace at Gonzur. He banged on the first gate. The chief doorman, Nedi, answered.
You are Dannum, traveling to the east. Why do you wish to enter the point of no return?
I must obtain the tablet of destinies, that I might free my kinsmen of hunger left from the flood brought by the gods.
The mortal, whose father is our brother Ninlil, Dannum, whose name means strength, wishes to enter through the point of no return.
When Ereshkigal heard this, she slapped the side of her thigh and bit her lip, but took the words to heart, not to forsake the word of the gods, which is to bolt the gates and let the mortal enter, gate by gate.
Come, Dannum, and enter.
When Dannum entered the first gate, the staff of shepherdship was removed from his left hand, and he looked upon it with a question in his eyes.
Do not question the rights of the underworld, Dannum.
When Dannum entered the second gate, the cloak of judgment was removed from his shoulders, and he looked upon it with a question in his eyes.
Do not question the rights of the underworld, Dannum.
When Dannum entered the third gate, the lapis lazuli measuring rod was removed from his right hand, and he looked upon it with a question in his eye.
Do not question the rights of the underworld, Dannum.
When Dannum entered the fourth gate, the belt of victory was removed from his waist, and he looked upon it with a question in his eye.
Do not question the rights of the underworld, Dannum.
When Dannum entered the fifth gate, the crown of kingship was removed from his head, and he looked upon it with a question in his eyes.
Don't question the rights of the underworld, Dannum.
When Dannum entered the sixth gate, the necklace of truth was removed from his neck, and he looked upon it with a question in his eye.
Don't question the rights of the underworld, Dannum.
When Dannum entered the seventh gate, the sandals of decision were removed from his feet, and he looked upon it with a question in his eye.
Do not question the rights of the underworld, Dannum.
When all his belongings had been stripped of him, he pleaded for the saving of his people, and it was given to him. So he crouched down in worship. But Anuna, the great judges, stood before him. They looked at him, and it was the look of death. They spoke to him, and it was the speech of anger. They shouted at him, and it was the shout of guilt. For 3 days and 2 nights the wounded man shriveled and turned into a corpse. The corpse was hung on a hook. Justiniana had pleaded to the gods, and while Enlil and Nana had cast blame on Dannum for his selfish needs, Enki became worried for him, and was so afflicted he questioned what Dannum had done.
He traveled to the east, entering the point of no return, where he must obtain the Tablet of Destinies, that he might free my kinsmen of hunger left from the flood brought by your brother.
He removed some dirt from the tip of his fingernail and gave it to the life-giving plant. He removed some dirt from the tip of his other fingernail and gave it to the life-giving water.
Like flies, slip through the door pivots like phantoms. Erikigala is lying there. When she says, "Oh, my heart," you are to say, "You are troubled, our mistress. Oh, your heart." When she says, "Oh, my liver," you are to say, "You are troubled, our mistress. Oh, your liver." They will offer you a river full of water. Don't accept it. They will then offer you a field of grain. Don't accept it. But say to her, "Give us the corpse hanging on the hook." She'll answer, "It is the corpse of your king." Say to her, "Whether it is that of our king, whether it is that of our queen, give it to us." She will give you the corpse hanging on the hook. Sprinkle on it the life-giving plant and the life-giving water. Thus, let Dannum rise.
So Justiniana flitted past the gate to Kur like flies. She slipped through the door pivots like phantoms. Erikigala was lying there. She said, "Oh, my heart," and Justiniana responded, "You are troubled, our mistress, oh, your heart." She said, "Oh, my liver," and Justiniana responded, "You are troubled, our mistress, oh, your liver." They offered her a river full of water, and she did not accept it. They offered her a field of grain, and she did not accept it. But Justiniana said,
Give us the corpse hanging on the hook.
That is the corpse of your king.
Whether it is that of our king, whether it is that of our queen, give it to us.
She gave Justiniana the corpse hanging on the hook. She sprinkled on it the life-giving plant, the life-giving water.
Thus let Dannum arise.
Dannum is raised to life, but as they are leaving, a demon approaches Justiniana and states one of them must stay behind and die because a life must be given for a life to leave Kur. Dannum leaves with the tablets but mourns the death of his friend. The kingdom is restored and the tablets are used to protect the people and bring prosperity to them. Dannum dies of old age and the tablets are returned to the underworld with him.
Okay. Just a hooded demon with her umbrella. Whoops.
Dude, what did you do, man?
And now Courtney's going to investigate a giant copperhead. Hope she doesn't die.